New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you.
Getting out his gun, he shot me, he shot my nephew, and my sister-in-law.
A fight over fireworks leads to gunfire. Tonight, Only News 4 is speaking with one of the three people hurt in a South County shooting. 27-year-old Donald Meek is in jail tonight. Police say he was arguing with some neighbors because they were shooting off fireworks early this morning. Well, that argument escalated into gunfire. Only News 4's Kim Sainand is speaking with one of those victims tonight. Kim?
Corey, and this is where that woman says that these people, her and about 25 others, were shooting off fireworks around 1:30 this morning. She says all of a sudden, this guy, her neighbor, starts walking up from a few houses down and gets into an argument with her husband about them being out late shooting off fireworks in the middle of the street. All of a sudden, she says he pulls out a gun and just starts shooting.
He shot me, he shot my nephew, and my sister-in-law.
This woman asked us not to reveal her identity, worried about retaliation.
I was shot in my chest and grazed in my stomach. My sister-in-law was shot in her foot, and my nephew was shot in his shin.
She showed us the bullet fragment still lodged in the shirt she was wearing. We also spotted a bullet from the .45 caliber gun on the ground near the home where she says the man, who police have identified as 27-year-old Donald Meek, fired off about 8 shots.
Once he pulled the gun out, everybody just scattered. Once he started shooting, I was basically the one like in front of him. I'm surprised I got shot where I got shot at. I didn't think I was going to make it.
Neighbors, including Paul Leah, called police because of the noise from the fireworks. The cops came, told the group to wrap it up, and left. Minutes later, the woman says the gunman showed up and opened fire.
It's horrific is the only word that I have to describe it. It's something, they have children and I don't have it, but these neighbors all have children, and we're fearful of this corner for the future.
Leah says nuisance home on his street are nothing new. He says he calls the cops weekly and is county alderman more than 100 times this last year.
It's just the continuous all-night event of loud, boisterous boom boom music, I call it, out of their automobiles and vans. And now they've got to a point where they harass us by coming up close to our property, and then they turn up loud again.
It's not clear which home he's referring to, but this woman says she hopes her neighbor, Donald Meek, is not allowed back on the street.
I didn't expect any of this to happen. I can't believe this happened. I'm just, out of everything, I'm just glad that everyone is all alive.
She says her sister-in-law and 9-year-old nephew are still in the hospital tonight, and also that her sister-in-law will end up needing surgery. Meanwhile, Meek is charged with assault and armed criminal action. Corey, we went ahead and we dug into Meek's background, and all we could find was a traffic ticket from 2014.
All right, Kim Sainand live tonight in South County. Thank you.
All right, so let's just speed through this real quick, right? Officers from South County Precinct were called to the intersection of Gentry and Gatz Avenue for fireworks, and when they arrived, 2 women and a boy were found harmed. Police stated that the 27-year-old Donald Meek approached the group, which included 3 victims and several witnesses, and got into an argument which turned physical. The ages of the victims were 40, 29, and 9. The trio were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, though only one was released. The woman stated that her sister-in-law will need surgery. She is not sure when her nephew will be released from the hospital. Meek was charged with 3 counts of second-degree assault and 3 counts of armed criminal action. He is being held on a $200,000 cash only bond. So, as stated, I'm just using this video for a clear-cut example. This is pretty much what is going to take place when it comes to, let's say, giving the example of gentrification, right? When it comes to other individuals who are moving into Black communities, and you will start to have people act a certain type of way. They will decide that they want to have laws, passed. They want to enact their own ruling. They want to start getting into your business, dealing with the things that you normally like to do. So, like I said before, these are some of the things that Black people are going to have to deal with when it comes to a variety of situations with having, in a sense, brand new people to the neighborhood. And another thing I want to state to people before, I'm not sure what exact timeline we're living, where you got uh, the Caucasian individual who came onto the scene deciding that he wanted to give his 2 cents. He was, before he was concerned, and then later on he started getting on code. He was like, yeah, these people, they like to, ride up and down the neighborhood and stop in front of the house. They want to play, this boom boom music, and all these other things and yada yada yada. So just in case people don't understand exactly what took place, let me inform you, right? The alabaster male decided to, in a sense, give some type of a justification or a probable cause as to why it is that Meeks was able to become unhinged and decide to directly go and get a weapon and decide that he wanted to fire this at a crowd or a grouping of individuals. The alabaster man stated that they cause a ruckus, they go against the noise ordinances, they do a variety of things there that pretty much um get on their nerves, not the neighborhood, because they're not speaking for the neighborhood. They were specifically stating for that alabaster neighbor and Meeks, right? They were stating how those things happen to get on the nerves, and they have fireworks at all times of the day and playing music at all different times of the day, and it's pretty much a issue for them, not an issue for anybody else, but it's specifically an issue for them. So that's clearly what took place. At the end of the day, they're going to stay on code. They're going to protect their own. They're going to defend their own. And that's clear cut what was, in a sense, shown here. Now, the only thing that did take place was the fact that they gave him a $200,000 bond, which realistically that should be put towards $1 million. I'm just going to be 100% honest. It should be $1 million, but we all know that they're not going to do that. They're going to make it as manageable as possible so that him or a neighbor or a family can easily get him directly out so that he can make it to his court, appearance and, receive whatever paperwork he needs to receive. And it's going to go back to the same old, same old. Notice how they didn't state that he was a danger to the community and that they were going to take away his ability to have a gun legally, and they were going to take away his weapons. Note that they didn't say any of that in the video. They just stated that this is his bond and it's a cash only bond, and XYZ. So this is why I commonly tell people in the Black community that you have to be very much aware of the type of individuals that are around you and yours, and the types of interactions that you either hear about or that you're able to see or that has specifically taken place to you. And keep that in memory, and always be prepared, always keep your head on the swivel, and don't ever fall for the okey doke. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. As always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.